Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with my Pen That Palette and Palette Roulette updates. So I'll go over my Pen That Palette stuff first. First, I have what's remaining of my Lorac Pro, which is 2 shades at this point. And the pen on slate has expanded slightly. I'm not using these a lot right now, honestly. I'm using slate to set my liner, but I haven't been using sable at all, because I've been using other stuff to where I would even multitask this in. But I did hit pan on a shade, in a different Pan That Palette shade that would be normally this I would probably be using it for. So stuff is getting done. I did hit pan in my Physicians Formula Canon Classic shade. I use this to contour with, which is something I would use sable for, and I do use something else for my eyebrows right now that I'm trying to finish. So once I finish that, I will go back to using sable regularly in my eyebrows as well. But first off, I did hit pan in this brown shade. The pan is actually from using it in my crease, but I do also use this to contour, so the whole thing is starting to get pretty flat as well, which is good, because I would like to get this out of my collection by the end of the year. Here is my Wet n Wild Creme Brulee shade. I did repress this, but it's going really quick even after the repressing, because when I repressed it, it was almost all the way to that what is for you bottom, but what is actually the top line in the pan right there. So this might actually be gone by next month. I don't know. But I mentioned this in a different video, the products I've hit pan on that I just put up what will be last night when this goes up. When I finish this, I plan to start reusing the Jessica Liebskin eyeshadow that I have in vanilla. So I would just, once this is finished, pop that into this project and be using it all up. Just for the record, I still haven't really gotten to these two yet because I'm trying to pan other things currently. I have hit more pan on my Almay trio right here, as you can see. And I've also started to work a dip into both the purple and green shades finally, which is very good. But once I finish off that green shade, the light green shade, I would probably move on to either the purple or the dark green shade to wear all over my lid for that particular look, because those are really old shades. I do want to get them finished. Now for my Palette Roulette update. I have actually been using this a couple of times. I've been using one of the colors as a blush. I mean, I haven't made any progress on it, but I was just wanting like a pure pink blush, and I didn't have one in my makeup bag at the moment, so I just used this shade right here a couple of times. It is Bubblegum. So I've kind of worn the surface off a little bit, but not much else has happened to it. So it is getting used on occasion. Just whenever I'm craving, like I said, that kind of pure pink blush that doesn't have any peachiness or anything to it. And I have been working on my Naked 3 palette. I've been working on the shade Limit in my crease, which is what I'm wearing today. The dip is huge at this point. I should be hitting pan relatively soon. I hope so, because I mean, I don't know how well you guys could tell, but the dip is really big in there. I did depot it at some point, for those of you who might be tuning in for the first time, because my shades kept falling out. They have been doing that ever since I bought the palette, so I finally got fed up and just depotted it. And finally, I have pan. This is the Coastal Scents Think Pink palette. It's the one that I can pop eyeshadows out of. And I finally hit pan on the primary shade that I was working on, which is Light Plum, which is what I'm wearing today. I did wear it for like a week straight so that I could finally hit pan on it, because last time, if you guys remember, I was pretty darn close, but here we are. Like, that's a nice little chunk of pan right there too. It's not just a fleck like it was the other day when I first hit it. And I did work on this shade as well. Let me pull it out and see what it is real quick. It is this shade Cinnabar Road. I didn't, even put much of a dent in it, honestly. But, it got used. It's what I use in my outer V. I don't know how well you can tell that. So, because I finally hit pan on something, this is the first pan I've hit in this project in a little while, actually. we're going to go to the random.org and I'm going to pull something else up. So numbers 1 through 67 is what I have. And we have number 30, which is the Kat Von D Mi Vita Loca palette. That's cool. I'll be right back. I have to go get that. Okay, I'm back. So that was actually a really quick grab because this actually sits on top of my vanity. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. I have no idea how I'm going to keep this around my stuff though, because it is huge. But here it is in all its beautiful glory. I will not be focusing on these shades in the middle because I don't know if you're tuning in and I haven't mentioned this in a while because I haven't hit pan on anything in a while. For the palette roulette, one of my rules is I don't want to focus hitting pan on stuff like inner corner shades, cream shades, stuff like that. I want to focus on like lid shades and in some cases crease shades, but I'm trying to pan a brown crease shade right now, so I'm not even going to focus on those. So I don't know what I'm going to focus on yet out of these. I might just play around for a month and then decide. But I'm glad I got me a blue because that means I can go back to working on slate as well, because I use slate in the outer V with blue shades, but I haven't actually had a blue to pan in a while. So that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!